just going to open up the show with your
In
odd
silence.
laugh. Like your weird laugh.
They know that we decide who opens the show up about 5 seconds beforehand, and we were going like this. You do. And so my laugh opened it, which I think is a pleasant start to another episode of Dishin with the Delco Duo.
Welcome.
How are you doing, Monica?
Miserable.
She's dying.
This has been like the worst week ever. So the kids were sick. I can't even piece together the time. The kids were sick Monday, I think. And I stayed home Tuesday to take care of the kids.
Care of the kids because you yourself haven't felt bad.
But at the time, I was like, I'm fine, but I need to stay home for the kids. And then I got whatever they had, but I came into work because I was like, I already had my day off. I already had my sick day. So I came in yesterday and I sounded like death on her. I felt so bad. Like I was screaming just to talk.
Yeah, it was rough. It sounded like you were on the verge of losing your voice at any moment. The voice is better today, but the coughing fits. You nearly died on the morning show.
It wasn't coughing fits. It was one coughing fit.
Took you out for a good 20 minutes.
It took me out.
It was hard to watch. It was really hard to watch.
I'm so sorry to the viewers. On air. But then the problem is I tried to send it to Jenna. I tried to send it to you, but I
was there. I was ready, and I said, I'm just going to take this from her because you were like...
I was like...
It was quite disgusting, but we got through it, and we're going to get through
Then
this.
I thought I could go back on air, and I shouldn't have. I should have just sat it out and just finished hacking up the lung. So this has been not a fun week for me. I've been feeling really under the weather, and as you guys can tell, I'm just mailing it in. Like, look at this outfit.
No, I love it. You got that Journey t-shirt when you went to the concert. Like, that is true fandom. I never buy merchandise when I go to shows.
Merch? You don't go to the merch
table?
table?
I don't go to the merch table. How much was that? Probably like $60.
It was so expensive.
Yeah.
But I love it because it's oversized because I was super pregnant when I bought this. And so
I forgot you were pregnant at the Journey concert.
Yeah. Oh, my God. I was super pregnant. But so... yeah, this shirt is like super comfy and
you need to be comfortable.
Yeah.
And I have on my shorts because it's warm. My thighs are really white.
Oh, I know.
It's probably blinding you if you're watching.
It reached 80 degrees, so Jenna's like, everyone needs to see these hot dogs.
I need to start to get some color on these legs. I wore shorts yesterday because it was also really warm, and it just felt nice to be outside. So I'm looking forward to summer.
I think I've decided I'm done. I'm done with the sun. I don't care if I'm pale.
So all summer long, you don't want to be in the sun is what you're saying?
Not that I don't. I'm going to just really, really cover up.
Well, you need to be conscious because I used to just get fried outside.
Yes.
No sunscreen. Just
when you were younger.
When I was younger, because you're running around, you don't want to put the sunscreen on. Even getting into high school years, you want to be tan. Everyone's tan. But now I don't put my face in the sun anymore.
See, that's like the only thing that would get tan is like the rest of my body I could care less, just as long as my face was tan because that's what everybody saw.
Well, it's the makeup.
I know.
It's all about the makeup. So I will always cover my face, but other than that, I'm more conscious of sunscreen application in my older age. Got to prevent the wrinkles.
I do just find it so interesting because it's like during the summer, I'm a totally different color on air. Like, yeah. It's kind of crazy.
You tan nice.
I do. I do
tan nice.
For an Irish
Such a
gal.
weird compliment.
You tan nice. For an Irish gal, I tan better than a lot of Irish gals.
It could go one of two ways, and it goes the right way.
Yeah. Eugene, my husband, Mr. Ireland himself, burns and then never gets the tan after the burn. I'm like, where?
It never fades back into that bronze.
I burn, but then I will bronze after. Or, you can't even call it bronze. I'll just stay red after. But yeah, I've decided that this summer I'm not going to make it a priority.
All right. Well, you said that on April 14th, so we will talk again in August and see what Monica looks like on Dishin. But to start off our show today, happy birthday, Wawa.
The Delco staple.
I had no idea that the first Wawa opened in Delco.
Yeah.
That was a fact that surprised me.
Wawa.
I did not know the first one was in Delco.
It started as just, I think, a milk place.
Kind of like a Swiss Farms-esque.
You're just dropping all the Delco
I love
spots.
Swiss Farms. I haven't been to one of those in so long.
Yeah.
But that, I think that it's 58 today. I think it's 58th birthday.
Woo! Which is kind of young for how much of a powerhouse it is.
True.
It's like...
You think it'd be 158?
Like my mom and dad, there was a time in their lives where Delco was not around, or where Wawa was not around.
That is crazy to think about. My mom.
Yeah, it started. So it was like as a way for people to get milk, because back in the day, it used to be, milk was delivered to your door.
The milkman.
The milkman.
Yeah.
That's a bizarre.
It's a wild concept.
So
it is
then,
a wild concept.
Yeah. So then people could buy it at a store, and
then they just had great coffee. And then they just added a tasty menu. Their menu nowadays is wild. You can go in there and get anything you want. Anything.
You've gotten the pasta?
I haven't.
I have not.
I don't think I can do that.
I love Wawa, but I love Wawa for specific reasons. I love their hoagies. Yeah, I think they make great hoagies. I understand that there's other places out there that have like different types of hoagies. But when you're wanting like a quick,
so good
hoagie that's made exactly how you want it, Wawa really just every time just knows what it's
kills
doing.
it. And shout out to my mother. In about 20 minutes, she is being honored at one of the local Wawas in Delaware County. She is being acknowledged as a day brightener. So what Wawa's doing for their birthday all across the country is each location is picking one customer to honor all across the country, all across the East Coast. Down to Florida.
That's all I know is they have like.
Can you make it sound cooler than it is, Monica?
They have mid-Atlantic stores and then random places in Florida.
So all up and down the East Coast, as I was saying. Mm-hmm. So this will actually be her second time being honored at a Wawa. I would say I was in high school, I think.
Different Wawas.
Both in Delaware County, one in Media, this one in Newtown Square. She was also honored and got a sash.
Why did she change up her Wawas?
So her gym that she works out in, that moved. So she now is closer to, she goes to the closest
Wawa. I'm sure that
Wawa.
one Wawa in Media was sad to lose her to the Newtown
Well,
Square.
they get her on Sundays because it's on her Sunday path. So they still see her on Sundays. But yeah, so at 11 o'clock this morning, my mom's being honored as a day brightener at Wawa.
That would be such an honor, like to be Delco and to be Wawa's favorite customer. Like, what a dream. What an accomplishment.
Honestly, nothing else needs to be accomplished in life. That is it.
That is it. But like I was saying, I feel bad. When I go into Wawa, I have like a mission. I go in. I don't really talk to a lot of people.
Oh, no. My mom knows all the employees' life stories, what's going
nice.
on in their life. The morning of my wedding, Wawa came and catered while we were getting ready. And they just said, don't worry. We know you have a million things to worry about. The spread they brought was insane.
That is so
and it's just
sweet.
It pays off to be kind
there seems
to
to
those
be like
working.
A mutual relationship between Wawa and your mom.
She loves it. She's like, I hope the goose is going to be there today. So
well, I got my Wawa cup here.
There you go.
This thing is
That's the old school. That's the old school brown cups.
Yeah.
That they used in Mayor of Easttown.
And it's one of those cups. Mayor of Easttown. This is one of those cups where you're supposed to try and remember it every time you go into Wawa, but I never do. So I always just get like the whatever cups, and then I just use this for
water. Mm-hmm. Well, now for Starbucks, you're going to have to remember something like that because they're getting rid of their cups. And I'm wondering if Wawa one day will do that.
I like the initiative Starbucks, but
it's hard to remember.
It's hard to remember. I do it with all my
You're just going to end up buying a bunch of those every time you forget.
Yes.
It's a moneymaker.
And Wawa in the city does that. You have to have a bag.
Oh, the plastic bags.
Well, now it's not plastic bags.
Well, or the ban.
Yeah, and they want you to purchase, or if you forget it, you have to purchase. I'm like, how many times am I gonna have to purchase this? I gotta get it in my thick skull.
Thick skull. All right, we've got some great issues today, so thank you as always to everyone who is sending them to us. A few relationship as far as boyfriend girlfriend, a few college roommate issues.
Ooh, I'm excited for that one.
Let's get right into it, Monica. Who's first?
So we teased this from last week. Okay. Millie from Morton.
Why does this make you laugh?
Because what do I give my significant other for our 1 month anniversary? And to that I say,
nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
1 month. That is
1 month.
30 or 31
sure
days, depending upon what month. It is not a typo. It was 1 month. One singular month.
Absolutely nothing. You don't even know where this relationship is going. You shouldn't even really know anything about this person. 1 month.
No, I don't agree with that. No. I think you do know a little bit about your significant other because you have been with them some time before maybe you made it official. So yes, you know about them, but I don't think you need to get them a gift. So what is your threshold for when you start giving gifts as an anniversary?
1 year.
1 year.
1 year anniversary, you give something.
Do you go out at 6 months to dinner?
No. Stop doing that, guys. Stop.
We got married.
Nothing. That's nothing. There's nothing.
I got married in
Do not celebrate.
September. 3 months, I got flowers and we went to dinner. 6 months, I got flowers and we went to dinner. And 1 year. But that's just like your first year of marriage. It's exciting. After the year point, like it's not going to be like 1 year, 3 months, 1 year, 6 months. It'll just be yearly. I think
we did not do that for any of the months. The only time we ever celebrated a 6 month was when we kept JoJo alive for 6 months.
That's great.
For her 6 months.
That's like, a wonderful sentiment. I think that you should always have a reason to celebrate. Now, 1 month in my eyes that's silly. I don't think you should do 1 month, but 6 months I think is something worth. Let's go to dinner. We've been dating for 6 months.
Oof. Yeah, if you want. But don't get mad at the other person if they don't do anything. If they don't. Like if Tate was like, I don't think we need to, don't get mad at him. Because 6 months to me, I'm just like.
So he saw.
Find another reason to celebrate.
He was and now he's not going to like these high class florist shops, like getting me, big, beautiful bouquets. He's going to the local grocery store, just getting the cute bouquets, So he was in the grocery store grabbing one of the bouquets for our 6 months and saw one of our mutual friends. And she said, "Oh, are you getting flowers for Jenna?" And he said, "Yeah, we're going out to dinner tonight for our 6 months being married." And she goes, "Oh, I've never heard of that before."
I was gonna say, you might not want to say it out loud.
It's romantic, okay?
It's very, very sweet, but I don't think it's odd if the other person's not into it.
I know.
Okay, I do love, and I've always tried to do the not the 1 month anniversary, but like those anniversary gifts.
So like the first year's paper.
Yes. Okay. Is that it? The first year's paper.
I forget what they all are, but it's something like that.
And then.
So you follow that for anniversaries, or do you just go and get whatever you want?
I think for the first year, maybe we did. I can't remember. That was 8 years ago. But I definitely for like our 10-year anniversary, our 25, because we're going all the way. I feel like we've gotten past the point of divorce. We made it through really tough times. So
we're going all the way.
I'm actually kind of like, oh, okay, now I believe
you've accepted this is your life.
Eugene and I are gonna grow old together. It's a great feeling.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay,
beautiful.
For those 25 and 50, those like big ones, I definitely want to do, 25 I think is silver.
I am trying to get through 6 months. I have no idea what 25 years of marriage is like, Monica.
Hold on. Anniversary gifts. I loved it.
I thought you were going to say like a trip. Like I want trips at 10, 25, 50.
Well, we do. For our 10-year, we want to go on a trip. But you also get like a little something too. You know what I mean? So 10-year. Hold on. I love these. Sorry. Dead air. Paper. Second, fiber. Just get them like a fiber 1 bar.
Fiber? Okay, these need to be rewritten. Who wants fiber?
Anniversaries, leather. So you can do really cute stuff with that. Like I heard of one person, they got like a leather keychain with their initials in it. I thought that was really cute.
I would never use that. What do you put on a keychain? Your keys?
It's in the name.
Who uses keychains anymore?
Your keys. You don't have a cute little thing?
I have a little pineapple on them, but it's not.
There you go. If Tate got you something that had like both of your initials on it, you'd be like, this is so cute.
I don't know.
It was a really,
Don't get me that, Tate, if you're watching. In 3 years.
Like 7th is copper. That's so cute. So 8.
What is 25?
Bronze is for 8. Hold on. Bronze is for 8. That's what we're going to do. So for this one, I'm going to do it.
That's in like 2 months. You're June, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So get him a bronze statue.
Okay.
Okay.
That's fine.
Okay. So you want to know 25?
That's a long list.
Silver.
There you go. You're right.
Yeah, silver. So
Right,
I'll get him something
Start
silver.
planning from now.
Yeah, I'll get him
For
something silver.
17 years from now, you have to know.
10 is stupid. Aluminum? Like, what
Aluminum foil.
Yeah, I'm Reynolds wrap.
Get him some Reynolds wrap.
And then 50th
But
is
the
gold.
point is they don't have anything on there for 1 month, Millie. So
They don't, Millie.
do not get anything. I wouldn't even bring it up and be like, oh, we've been dating for a month. Like, that's like you're just counting to be like, oh, how many days have I been with this person?
But like 1 month into Eugene and I's relationship, we didn't even know each other's last name. Like we weren't even friends on Facebook yet.
It's different. You guys met in college. You're not, if this is like an adult,
But I'm
not saying that it wasn't an adult relationship, but like a
not.
post-college relationship, I think is a little bit more serious than a college relationship.
Yes. But
I'm sure Millie knows her boyfriend's last name
Okay.
or girlfriend's last name, whoever,
Hopefully.
their partner.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's move on to Griffin from Glen Mills.
Mm-hmm.
This is kind of going along with gifts and the idea of that. My girlfriend is mad I didn't give her a prom-posal.
I think prom-posals are becoming so popular that it's not just for people asking prom dates. It's like even if you are boyfriend, girlfriend, and you already know you're going to prom together, you still should be prom-posing.
You think so?
Yeah, I think you should.
I think this has taken on like a gender reveal-esque trajectory. Like it was some people were doing it and then they have just become over the top and
Definitely.
crazy. Like you see like some of these kids on Facebook and social media. It's like, I cannot, like, I saw one on Facebook where this girl was getting arrested by real police officers. They were a real township and they opened up the back door.
My taxes are paying for this.
They opened up the back door and the kid was in the back with a sign that said something like ball and chain or something funny like that.
Ball and chain, you guys are in high
And
school.
I just was like, how did you get the police department to do this?
Oh my, maybe his dad was a police officer.
I don't know, but that's what I mean when I'm like, they have stepped up the game.
But that's why I'm saying is it's become such a big deal that you can't just like boyfriend girlfriends
Can't
want to be a
assume.
part of this. No, but you want to be a part
Yeah.
of it. You know what I mean? And I think you do need to prom-pose to your boyfriend or girlfriend.
Did you get promposed to? I know
No,
it was a different time.
It was not.
Was there anyone that you knew that got
No.
promposed to?
It was literally, I remember my friends who were not, because I was in relationships for both proms. And so it was just like, assume that, you're going. But for my friends who were not dating, but then were asked, it was literally a text message sometimes.
Yeah.
Or it was like, you were out one night and the guy was like, hey,
wanna go to prom?
do you want to go to prom?
Yeah.
And it was like, sure. It was not a big deal. It
Yeah.
was not a big deal.
I think promposals were starting when I was in high school. I never got promposed to.
It was started with Laguna Beach.
Yeah, and there was like smaller ones. Like I remember, I think my friend covered her boyfriend's car in like cut out
Oh, it was a boyfriend.
fish. Yeah, it was like, of all the fish in the sea, will you go to prom with me? Something like
That's so cute.
so cheesy. And we were best friends, are still best friends, and we were dating best friends at the time.
Oh,
so she
that's always fun.
promposed to him. I didn't propose to my boyfriend. I'm like, I'm not doing this.
Did it create like a little bit?
It didn't, because he didn't care at all.
Okay.
But then when it went back around and her boyfriend promposed to her, my boyfriend didn't propose to me because
Yes.
I guess he thought I wasn't into it. And I was kind of like, that's nice. I would have wished to have been proposed to.
I think it's fun.
But I never it was never an issue. I think it was just I didn't do it, so he didn't think I wanted it.
Right. I think it sets the tone for the prom. So if like, you do like a really fun and creative one, you're kind of now setting the tone. This is going to be a fun prom.
I don't think you should be mad though if you don't get proposed to.
I think so. I can see why the girlfriend is upset. It kind of makes you not want to date someone just so that
They're not putting in the effort to
or just like, I don't want to have a boyfriend come prom season because then he's not going to propose to me. I want the promposal.
I need to break up with my boyfriend just in time for prom season so
Yes.
I get a ginormous promposal.
Ginormous
I don't
promposal.
think that's
what
good
I would
advice.
do.
I think that, if, like I said, when I was in high school, it was kind of scattered. But if this is something that everyone is now doing, then Griffin, you should do it.
I just think it's so interesting because, with engagements for the most part, engagements, yes, they've become like big and, but usually, the person's going to say yes. Prom, not
unless
necessarily.
they're your girlfriend or boyfriend.
Yes. What if you do like this whole big thing and then all of a sudden the person's like, no, I don't want to go to prom with you.
Like, what if this girl's arrested and the guy opens the back door and she says
She's
no?
like, F you.
And the police are then like, okay, now this is just weird.
Right. That's what I mean. Like, that's why some of these prom-posals, like, they get so big and it's like, what if the person says no? That's so embarrassing.
That's heartache. That's sad.
But when it comes to girlfriend, just prom-pose, guys. It's time.
Just do it.
Just
and
do
girlfriends prom-pose to your
You can
boyfriends.
totally prom-pose to your boyfriend. And that's what I think is so fun about these, especially when we're talking like all boys school, all girls schools, and you want to ask someone to your prom. It's, there's no restrictions. Boy, girl, promposals, everyone does it now. Just prom-pose.
And it doesn't have to be extravagant.
It doesn't.
That was my stomach. Did you hear that?
Someone get this girl a meal.
That was so loud. I don't think they picked it up though.
Yes,
it's getting around my lunchtime. I'm a little hungry.
We were interviewing an intern the other day, and like the poor intern is just sitting there, and Jenna's stomach is going. I was like, control your tummy.
I get hungry around this time. I can't help it. Okay, we're moving on.
I've got a snack bar in the back.
I don't want it.
I wonder if the microphone picked that up.
No, I don't think it did.
Yeah, I think it did.
It was a fun sound, though.
Stella from Springfield.
All right. We have 2 weeks left of college living, and my roommates never contribute to the cleaning. I've purchased all of our cleaning supplies, soap, paper towels, etc. myself. The house is a pigsty.
Okay, the key to this is we have 2 weeks left in college. Stella, you have made it through the entire semester or year, possibly. You have 2 more weeks. Just get through it.
So you're saying don't say anything?
Don't say anything.
Ooh, I am saying something if it's the last thing I say before I leave that house.
What are you saying?
Hey, I've done this all semester, all year, however long they've been in this house. So for the last 2 weeks, I think you guys need to pick up your slack. I've spent a lot of money buying soaps, paper towels, trash bags. So you can either Venmo me or we're not going to have any of it. And you're not going to be able to wash your hands. I'm being mean at this point because I am fed up. I don't care if there's 1 day left. You can't let people walk all over you. And that's what those roommates are doing.
You want to hear how much I let people walk all over me? So I am Stella. So we left the house because it was graduation. And I tried to clean up as much as I could, but it was graduation. Things were crazy. And I was leaving with my parents. And so my parents are like, all right, we're out of here. Well, I was so embarrassed as to the state of the house. 2 weeks later, during summer, I drove back to State College on my own and cleaned everybody's room and everybody's house, or of the entire house. Because I felt so bad for the state that my friends left the house in.
So for the landlord, this is what you were doing.
Because
did you tell them you were going to go do that?
No, I didn't tell them because I didn't want them to know what they did. It wasn't just the landlord because basically State College has awful housing and they know that these college students want these really good houses that are in good locations and whatnot. So my sorority passed down this senior house. So it was going to go to the girls who were the year younger than us. And
you didn't want to ruin it for them.
And I felt awful leaving it in the state.
No, that's really nice. But I would have texted everyone and said, hey, I'm going to do this. We had one roommate where we all took turns buying toilet paper, and she would never buy it when it was her turn to buy it. So me and the one girl who ended up just junior and senior year living together because we were very like-minded, and it just made it much easier. We bought toilet paper, but we didn't put it out. So we kept it for ourselves. Yeah. And we would leave, we left a Post-it saying your name, it's your turn to buy the toilet paper. This girl goes into the kitchen and puts a paper towel roll on lays it across the, and that was my freshman year.
Girls are
and
the worst.
That's what I knew, that I was never going to let any future roommate walk all over me when it comes to buying supplies that everyone uses and cleaning the house.
See, to me, we're saying, don't let these people walk all over you. You will never be in a situation like this ever again. A college roommate.
But you need to know how to confront people who are it's not about It's a life skill.
See, to me, I think it's not necessarily walking all over you. It's just letting things go. You know what?
No. If it's a whole semester worth of it, look.
But she's made it. She's only has 2 weeks left. You're done.
Stella,
You're almost done.
she needs to say something.
And if you didn't say anything, you can't expect these friends to Venmo you. They're not going to Venmo you for stuff that you didn't bring up.
And then my sophomore year, I had a roommate who turned off our electricity and Wi-Fi and didn't tell us and moved out. She was crazy. She was from New York, so she was tough.
Yeah.
And
how did she do that? It seems like there were other issues.
She was never at the house. She would go home every weekend, and that's fine.
No,
but
it's not fine.
She went home to New York every weekend, and she actually ended up leaving the school. And it's like one of those things, you hang out with them freshman year, you're like, oh, we're going to be great sophomore roommates. And you don't really know people that well freshman year. It's like you go out together. It was that exact situation. And she just did not like being in the house. So it was it was finals and she turned off the Wi-Fi. So we were all doing our like exams. I remember calling my parents just like crying, being like, I have no Wi-Fi. So like we had to call, get it all set up for, I think it was like 1 week left.
You learn so much.
I think that's why I'm so scarred by this issue. And I'm like, Stella's needs to really.
I'm scarred by it too.
Yeah, but you are the one that's like
just rolling
not
over.
saying anything.
I'm just rolling over like,
oh my gosh.
I'll just clean up after everybody leaves.
Heck no.
That's what I did.
I was not happening.
God, like college is so fun, but the roommate situation, especially with girls, we actually had 2 refrigerators because each girl would have to buy their own milk, have to buy their own cheese,
it's
just
crazy.
because it got so contentious.
And you put your names on your food.
Yes.
I don't miss those days at all.
I don't miss, and that's what I'm saying. You don't ever have to live that life because it's so odd. The college roommate life is so odd. You really don't
find your one best friend and live with them. That's my junior and senior year were without issue. My best friend, even until now.
But your best friend could be someone different that you, like, I lived with girls that I wasn't necessarily, like, I really got along with them as a roommate, but not
You weren't going out all the time with them?
Yeah, that it wasn't, like, that's why I liked living on the sorority floor because, like, this random girl that I was, like, friendly with, but wasn't necessarily my best friend.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So you didn't spend too much time together.
Right. We went out and, together and stuff, but not like all the time together.
Yeah. All right. Quickly, we have our last topic here. All right. So this is our personal issue that we're bringing to Dishin. When to turn on the AC. In our house, that's not a problem. You guys are agreed. We're fine.
See, this is when opposites don't attract. Like,
but we are such opposites, though. And
you guys are opposites in many ways, but when it comes to the AC, you agree on your temperature.
Well, Tate is so easygoing that it could literally be 95 degrees. To be like, can we turn the AC on?
Yeah. See, Eugene's like begging me, and I'm like, no, we're not turning the AC on. But what is the perfect temperature?
For AC?
Yeah. I actually feel like it's the same for heat and AC.
I was going to say, we're on, well, I think it's a little bit cooler. We're on 68.
You won't.
I'll go cooler than 68. Maybe 60.
It's an odd number. 69. That's the best number. That's the perfect temperature. I'm serious.
So I feel like that's a little warm for, but it's 95 degrees outside.
In the car, at home.
Okay.
69.
69. You heard it here. I don't agree, but I'm going to let you.
68. Oh, you're 68. So different.
I think 67, 66 during the summer.
Doesn't work.
Yeah, it does.
Like that.
Oh my God. All right. We're wrapping up this episode of Dishin with the Delco Duo. As always, send us your topics. Instagram, Facebook, any way you want to get them to us.
Yep.
And next week, Monica, we're going to talk about, is it wrong to break up with my girlfriend while she's on vacation? I feel like I have a lot of thoughts when it comes to that.
I've got firsthand knowledge of what to do.
I was not expecting that turn of events. So hopefully you'll...
Can't tell you now.
Next episode.
Jenna's going to eat. We're going to sign off, and Jenna's going to eat something. And her stomach can
Thank you so much for joining us for another edition of Dishin with the Delco Duo. We will see you on Thursdays at 10:30. 10:30. I was about to say 10 a.m. At 10:30, stream us live.
You've been served.